Hi, everyone. It's Storytime with Grandy, and I'm so glad you came to join me today. We're going to be reading a very special book. I like it when I have time to pick out something that I think you're really going to like. Let me ask you this. Have you ever lost something? I know I have, and it makes me feel very sad until I can find it. And sometimes it makes me very anxious too. So today we're going to read a story about a little boy who lost something. And let's see what he did to find it. Okay, let me put my glasses on so I'm able to read the story for you. And the name of this story is, let me make sure you can see it, The Little Boy Who Lost His Name by David Kaji Newby, and the illustrations, and that's just another word for pictures, are by Pedro Skrapikos. Now, I doubt that you've ever lost your name, but you never know. Let's see what happened to the little boy. One day, a little boy awoke, sat up and rubbed his eyes, looked over at his bedroom door, and got a big surprise. His name, which he had stuck there, had vanished, flown away. What exactly am I called? He wondered in dismay. And see, it shows you up here where the little boy's name was on his door. I know that some of you probably have this on your door. I know my grandchildren have their names on the door. So let's see what he did to find that name. He searched inside his closet. He peered in all his drawers. He had a look beneath his bed, crouched down on all fours. What's this? A magic rainbow trail. It wasn't there before. Could that be where his name had gone? And did he dare explore? I think I'd want to explore. I don't know about you. The boy crept down the winding trail, looking all around, surrounded by fantastic sights, astonished and spellbound. But finding a lost name is hard, and it takes great bravery. How would the little boy get on? Let's turn the page and see. The little boy walked on, here, there, and round about, and came across an animal with a tremendous snout. "Hello there," said the little boy. "What animal are you?" "I'm an aardvark," said the beast. "Good morning. How'd you do?" "Not so good," the little boy replied. "You see, I've lost my name." "Goodness me!" the aardvark cried. "Now there's a dreadful shame." The aardvark rooted busily. "I need to find some lunch, and if you're hungry too, then I've got tasty ants to munch. Ho, ho, ho!" "Ants?" the boy said, horrified. "No, really, not for me." And he sat down quite as gloomy as a little boy could be. "Lost your name?" the aardvark snuffled. "Well, now that won't do. You mustn't give up yet, though, and just sit there feeling blue. Aardvark starts with 2 A's. I can surely spare you one." I'm sure you'll come across your name before the day is done. So the aardvark has given the little boy an A. By the sea, the boy walked when he heard a desperate cry. My tentacles, they're tangled up. Please help me. Oh, my. He stopped and saw a creature, all upset and in distress, with lots and lots of tentacles. They really looked a mess. What happened? Asked the little boy. It does look pretty bad. When I'm doing math, it said, I use my arms to add. The trouble really started when I counted up to 6. Don't worry, said the little boy. There's nothing we can't fix. My name's Squid, it told the boy, who pulled with all his might. I don't know what my name is, he said. It disappeared last night. Oh my gosh, you've lost your name? The squid exclaimed aghast. Afraid so, said the little boy, and freed the knots at last. Oh, thank you, cried the squid, and it fished something from the deep. A coral S, which stands for squid, and it's yours to keep. So, the squid gave the little boy an S. So he has an A and an S. By a creek he spied a beast, huge and brown and tubby. It didn't look too happy and was very, very grubby. What's wrong? He asked. What's wrong? It cried. Oh, how could I stay clean? This riverbank, the state of it, the muddiest I've seen. I'm a hippo. Mud's our thing. We're always wet and smeared. Oh my goodness. I don't know. That's how I think a hippo would talk. But I hate dirt. It's horrid. And the others call me weird. At least you've got a name, the boy said. I've got none at all, but maybe I can help you. Have you seen that waterfall? For getting clean, it's perfect. It's just like nature's shower. So in the hippo jumped and soon smelled fragrant as a flower. Clean, I'm clean, it sang with glee, all bathed in soapy bubbles. What about your name? I'd love to help you with your troubles. Let's see what he can do. Here's an H for hippo. It was under all that muck. You never know. It might just help. I wish you the best of luck. So the hippo gave the little boy an H. So we have A, we have S, and we have H. Let's see what happens next. The boy met a colossal beast with an immense behind, who cried, You've lost your name? Oh dear, that is an awful bind. I'm the animal, she said, that never forgets never. I'm called an elefork. Hang on. Elefeather? She frowned and sniffed and settled down onto her vast gray bottom, then sighed deeply and sobbed and said, "You know, I've clean forgotten." Now, said the boy kindly, there's no need to feel so sore. That trunk, those tucks, those big ears, you're an elephant for sure. An elephant? The creature cried. Oh, how could I forget? And she sprayed water happily, making the boy quite wet. But oh my goodness, you still don't remember what you're called. And with a pen held in her trunk, she very quickly scrawled, "Here, an E for elephant. It might just help you out. Keep it safe. You'll find your name. Of that I have no doubt." The boy walked past a scrapyard where a robot sat down slumped, rusty, with a dented head, and most down in the dumps. "Are you okay?" the boy asked. "Just you look a little sad. Me, I've lost my name. It seems we're both feeling quite bad." "It's my joints," the robot said. "You hear that awful squeak? My knees, my elbows, even my back, all they do is creak. I might as well be melted down into a roll of foil." "Not," said the boy. "Don't be crazy. You only need some oil." "Oil?" the robot cried. "That's it. My brain had seized up too." And looking in the scrap heap, it found a can or two. A couple of squirts later, it was dancing merrily. "Oh, happy days, I'm good as new. Now then, let me see." A whiz, a click, a rat-a-tat-tat. It hammered out an R, which stands for robot. Keep it. What a clever boy you are. So, the little boy turned round and headed back the way he'd come, past all the wondrous things he'd seen and all the things he'd done. The magic trail was waiting, and he followed where it led, back to where his journey started, underneath his bed. "Yippee!" he cried out happily. No searching any more. The letters he'd been given, can you guess what they stood for? He felt so tired and weary, and yet also full of joy. What a quite amazingly courageous little boy called, let's see what he was called. Have you guessed yet? Asher. Asher. And now the little boy had his name back. Do you think that you can write your name? And think if you lost your name, what animal whose name begins with the first letter of each letter in your name could you find to give you the missing letter? Let's try that. Get your paper, your crayons, or your colored pencils, or both. And first, write your name, and if you don't know how to write your name yet, ask your mommy or your daddy, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you. And then think of an animal that would go with each letter. My name is Grandy, so the first letter in my name is G. And I think a goose could give me my first letter of my name, and the next letter is R. Maybe a rabbit could give me the R from his name. And then the next one is A. And I think I'd pick a little ant, and they could give me that name. Next letter is N. That's a hard one. Let me see. I don't know. I'd have to really think about that one. So if you have to think about which animal gives you your letter, don't worry about it. Just give it time, and the name of the animal will come to you. And so next week, we're going to read a wonderful book and a funny book called Monsters Love Underpants. These monsters love their underpants. I hope you like your underpants too. And until the next time, remember, be safe, take care, and I love you.